If I have to choose a city from France, obviously it's Paris.
Perfect. So the first question, can you introduce yourself and indicate how long have you been in France? So hi, I'm Abbas. I'm from India. I arrived Paris in December 31st to celebrate New Year, and it's been like 3 months now. It's going good. How about you?
I'm Hermes from Hong Kong, and I arrived in France in like July 2022. So it's been almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your academic background and why you pursued your studies in France?
My program in my home university is called European Studies,
Okay.
and so it's like compulsory for me to go to Europe for 1 year exchange.
Oh.
And so, but if I have to choose a city from France, obviously it's Paris.
Perfect. The same way, I have taken an exchange program. It's called Global Management, where I do it from Mumbai 6 months, and I have to do the second semester in Paris. So I had no other choices, like you mentioned, and obviously Paris is a city of love and romantic, so I don't want to neglect it. That's yeah. So what administrative steps did you have to take to come and study in France?
It's quite easy for me because the Hong Kong passport is really like very convenient.
Okay.
So I just have to like apply for a long stay visa with some documents and an academic interview. So it's quite simple.
Perfect. So same thing for me in India. We have a Campus France. So there's an organization.
Yeah.
They do it for us. So
Yeah.
I have to talk to them and send the documents. And I got it in 3 weeks maybe. It took the visa processing. Took me like 2 or 3 weeks to do it, but it was easy. There was no problem for me. So
What was your biggest culture shock when you arrived in France?
like I said, I just arrived in the evening of the New Year. When I came here, everything was like people were so much high celebrating, like everywhere they had the beer bottles thrown here and there. And the city was like completely not clean. And I was shocked to see what Paris is like this. So
This is Paris.
yeah, and then I realized, okay, I came on the wrong day to celebrate the New Year. So, and how was it for you?
I arrived in July, so it's the summer. And the biggest culture shock is that there are no air conditioning. Because I think Europe doesn't need it because you can feel it now. The whole year is very cold.
Yeah.
But for the summer, with the global warming, it's like hell.
What was your housing search like?
It's quite a problem because my university will help me to search for housing, but the administrative process in France is not that good, and so you have to wait for like a long time, and it's quite a pressurized moment.
Exactly. Even for me, for the visa, I have to show the housing document where I'm going to stay for the next 6-7 months. So I was really wondering, it was very expensive in Paris. I wanted to stay in a view from my balcony where I can see the Eiffel, but it was so expensive, and I wanted to save a lot of money. And then I just Googled, talked to a lot of people, and it took me a lot of time to figure it out, but as soon as I got it from the City University, it was perfect for me.
Yeah. And then it's my turn.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you did when you arrived in France?
Yeah, to celebrate the New Year, I arrived on the 31st, so I directly landed on 7 p.m. evening, and I went to the Eiffel Tower, Champs-Élysées, just celebrated the firecrackers and enjoyed it. How was it for you?
I'm quite different from you because I arrived for study. And then, therefore, the first thing I did is to buy everything I need instead of walking around the city.
Okay.
So it's really a great difference.
So was it difficult for you to leave your country of your origin, family and friends to study in France?
It's not that difficult for me because I'm not a person who rely on my own family. Yeah.
So because it was for me difficult because for the past 20 years I have been with my family and this was the first time I'm leaving them very far away, And it was initially like I was struggling a bit because of the food, doing things on my own. But now I'm used to it. It's not that difficult anymore.
Yeah. So, according to you, what is the first thing to see in Paris and the pastry to try?
Yeah, like this is the very interesting thing because I don't know why my Instagram feed was full of all crazy things, must view places, pastries, and I keep saving whatever I see. Anyway, like I don't drink hot chocolate much, but the video editors and the influencers were really good. The croissant with the hot chocolate was my first thing to try, and the pastry is obviously the macaron from Louvre. So that's the thing I have to do it. I kept in mind when I just landed in Paris.
Yeah.
Was it for you?
For me, my answer isn't a surprise because it's like obviously the Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower, because you saw it many times, but not the real one.
Okay.
When you see the real one, wow, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
And for the pastry, of course, the French restaurants are good, but Paris is an international city, so you can like find many different countries, many different restaurants with different
Pastries.
pastries. Yeah. So it's one of the most iconic things of Paris.
Perfect. What do you have the most memorable thing after reaching France or Paris?
My answer is very general because the city of Paris is like a dream for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always I watch many movies and that kind of things. So I cannot precise a moment, but the whole atmosphere when I come here with my friends and my girlfriend, and so wow, being inside of Paris is just a dream.
Perfect. Yeah, it's so interesting to listen to that. But to me, I'm a very big football fan, and Lionel Messi is my all-time favorite player. So when I came here, I was waiting to watch a PSG match. The tickets are too expensive, and I just got one particular opportunity to watch the PSG versus Nantes, where Mbappe scored a goal. Lionel Messi was the opening scorer. It was really fun, and the day Mbappe's crossed around 200 goals. So entire PSG team, they celebrated. It's like an historic moment. So it was the most memorable. It was my first football match in a football stadium, watching a football match. So to be part of an historic moment was the most memorable thing, to be honest. And obviously the city of Paris, wherever you go, you have a lot of memories to cherish. But still, making a historic together is something going to be memorable for me. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for students to study in France?
No, just be cool, just learn the language, French, obviously. Just don't come like me. I just did the A1 level. I just thought I can survive with the basics of you, but it's really you have to be able to understand the French language. Just bring some more euros with you and just enjoy your life here.
I think the period of stay is quite important because if you stay just half a year, if you don't speak French, it's okay. Because you don't need a sense of belonging. But if you're staying a year, like for me, so you have to speak French because that will give you the sense of belonging, and it's very important.
Yeah.